Alex, I know you're a big fan of the Second Amendment, the right to own and bear arms. How do you feel about the organization? I think I got it. Is it called Blackfoot or
Blackwater,
Blackwater? Thank you.
a paramilitary force, a mercenary army, privately owned and operated, functioning alongside our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. They're really doing nothing but damage. They're hurting our reputation in the States. We're looked upon as monsters, mainly because Blackwater has to do whatever they do to get the job done. They don't have to function within the Geneva Conventions Act. They don't have to function within our own wartime guidelines. They can do whatever they want, and especially when they've got contracts with the U.S. and they're doing scrupulous and mischievous deeds over there. They'll do anything. They can rip off our government. They can overprice things. They're allowed. Their appropriated funds are extremely loosely based on basically anything that they want to buy over there. They can buy a Ford F-150, and they can say, write down on paper that it costs $200,000. It may only cost $10,000, but that goes unchecked, unaudited. That's only one of countless violations and just plain disgusting methods that they're using over there to get the job done at all costs. And they're shooting civilians. They're getting paid far more than our own military staff is over there. They get the cushy jobs over in Iraq and Afghanistan. They stay inside the base while our troops are being marched outside to do the more difficult, dangerous tasks that need to be done. And Blackwater is already operating on Main Street, USA, with a $1 billion contract to patrol the streets of an affected area when it comes to a national emergency being declared. And what that means is that with the powers that FEMA now has, when the Constitution can be suspended by the President Bush Jr., FYI, he's the only president in American history who's ever had that power. But if he declares a national emergency, then the Constitution can be suspended. And Blackwater will be the only operating military force inside the United States. What that means is basically with the Constitution suspended and the Bill of Rights gone out the window, Blackwater will be able to do anything that they want. You won't have the right to bear arms. You won't have any rights. And then you'll think that, well, that's okay. I've got, my state's militia. I've got the Coast Guard, the Marines. I've got, my state's military protection. It's still okay. Well, another first for the Bush administration and another first for America is that for the first time since our founding, we've been sending our state guards, our National Guard, our guards over to fight in Afghanistan and Iraq. That's never happened. That shouldn't happen, because when that happens, we're left absolutely defenseless. We're fighting a war on terrorism over in the Middle East, and we're leaving our borders wide open. I mean, if I was a terrorist, I would just hop a plane to Australia, then to Canada, because I used to live up north, and I've snowmobiled between New Hampshire and Canada plenty of times, and I can tell you I've only had to check into customs once. So that tells you that if someone was to get into one of our neighboring countries, it would only be a hop, skip, and a jump before they could get to America and raise hell.